It's working. All right, stream is going. So let's look at oil and decide, I'm not going to try and outsmart the market like I always do, or like I think about doing. All right, our stream is working. No reason why it shouldn't be. So oil, if you look at it, first thing first, I'm going to reset my sim to 0. All right, so looking at the YM, it's too darn close to the low, very close to the low, putting on reverse continue on the YM, reverse continue, couple of contracts. Let's go for a 35 tick target, 35 tick stop. That's our scalp. We're going to call it YM reverse continue. All right, YM reverse continue. And I'm going to try and get some money back in that account that just got damaged from our trap trade. Now I'd like to see the YM go up at the moment so I can put on a high of day, low of day magnet, which I'm going to do. YM, high of day, low of day magnet, high of day, low of day, proximity is a 3, one position, default target, position 2, going for a 60 tick stop now because our stops have been too small on the YM. Target 2 is going to be 15 ticks through the magnet, so not -3. Target 2 offsets 15. Target 1 is -3. High of day, low of day. Label it YM magnet. Going to trade it in the same account as our reverse continue. Now don't forget, when you turn on the magnet, the orders will appear. So we have our reversal. There's our orders. All right, if it goes to the upside, I want to enter in the 52-ish. And on the downside, it's pretty close already to an entry. That's our problem. I'm not anticipating an upside entry here. I'd like to see the YM go up a little bit. I will probably let it fill if it fills short. The YM's pretty darn negative. It's pretty darn negative. So I'm going to leave it in auto mode. I'll take my shot. I'll take my shot. On the left chart, the YM is 65. We've upped our YM stop significantly because we've been getting stopped in the morning because our stop's too small, especially around the open, closer to the open. Now, I love the fact that the YM is going up. Go up. I want that. Get away from my short, which is right at the bottom of structure. I'm right at the bottom of structure on my short entry. It's almost smarter, little bit lower, little bit lower. The problem is we're selling at 44 and our target's only 9 ticks away. I want a little more profit. So we'll give that a shot. We'll give that a shot. Oil, reverse continue. Change the breakout to a reverse continue, one position, 20 tick target, 20 tick stop. All right. That's all you need for a reverse continuation is a position. One is one contract. A target, we're using a 20, and a stop, we're using a 20. Then I go down and I label it CL reverse continue, and I choose the account. I'm trading it in my oil open account. Number 55. Apply it, okay it, and put Chart Trader on that account. Looking at oil on a 10-minute chart. Oil's darn bullish today, right? Extreme bullishness. Extreme. And yet, look at where oil is. It's not even at 58, folks. So when we're not watching oil, oil seems to be selling off. When we get to the room, oil seems to be bullish. We're getting a nice sell off the low, which is great because we have room to go up, right? We will have room to go up on our trade. I like that. I want to see a sell off here. Keep selling off. Our setup for the morning trade, click News Trader. I'm going to load my template. It's a range trade. Oil new open range is what we call it. Oil new. There it is. Oil new open range. Right click it to date it today. Rename it. Today is the 8th. Load it. That also saves the template with the new date. And now we have an end of the range, 9:0040 o'clock, 9:0040 Eastern Time. Position 1 is a 1, position 2 is a 1, target 1 is 8, target 2 is 20. BE break even -4. If our first target gets hit, I am increasing the stop this morning to 20. Over the weekend, we're going to look at the stop because it's been a little bit of a struggle this week. This has been a hard trading week. Nothing has been easy. Nothing's been easy. 9:0040 is the end of the range. Position 1 is a 1, position 2 is a 1. Remember, if you want to reduce risk, you can trade just one contract. Targets of 8 and 20. Target 1 stop move, BE -4. The stop, I'm going with a 20 stop today. The range start time is 8:59. Ticks above is 1. Ticks below is 1. Show the graphics on chart. And then don't forget to label it CL range or CL open. And then the account it gets traded on is our number 55, our oil market open account. And by increasing the stop yesterday and managing the trade, no, it was the day before. Yesterday we got stopped. So we have about 6 minutes. The YM, it's a little bit early to fill. A lot of times the YM looks like it's going to fill our magnet before the market open, and it doesn't. This morning it looks like it's going to fill it. And it looks like it's really going to.
Order submitted.
Okay, we did get filled. So let's see if there's follow through to the downside on the YM. Because it's a little bit early, I'm not totally sure we're going to get a blast through the low. So I'm just shrinking my second target. Let's see if we can get a test of the low. The squeeze is not in our favor. Now, it does add risk if you let that trade fill so far in advance of the open. I think clearly it's better to wait till we're closer to the open because you get more volatile moves. You don't have to sit in a slow moving trade like we're in right now. And also, you know, just from a signal point of view, it might have been smarter not to let that fill, right? To wait because look at the squeeze. It's pushing up. I think it's better not to ignore the signals. And look, we're paying for it now. We're definitely paying for it. Now, the stop, if you want to reduce your risk significantly, you could put the stop above that last burst. Clearly, I think the best stop is in this area here. I think it's the best stop to be above these highs here. But it is a significant amount of, it'll blow this account if it fails. It won't, it'll definitely ruin this account for today. It won't blow it, but it'll ruin it for today. I'm going to leave it lower for now. Let's see what happens with the price action. Right now, the price action is moving against us. You could also exit the trade right now. If you just feel, oh man, I blew it. I shouldn't have let it fill. I shouldn't be in it. The only thing that's in our favor is the YM is quite negative on the morning. So it may go back.
US effective federal
May
funds
go
rate
back
unchanged at 3.64%.
to moving down. Now our oil trade, our bracket, our range is drawing. Oil's been a challenge this week too. Nothing's been easy this week. Nothing. Except for Nitin. Nitin had an amazing day yesterday, I think. I do want to see if we have any time to look at the range trade on that silver open. So oil opened and it's pushing higher. Now, if you really want to outthink the range trade, you always have a range trade now button. That puts the orders on the chart right now. Right now. If you think oil's 100% going up, you press the range trade now button right now so you get filled before our range is done calculating. Okay? You can do that. You're allowed to do that. our orders are going to go on at 40
Order
right
submitted.
now. I do think oil is going to go up. Now, the YM is trying to do our magnet. It's trying to test the law. Not sure I want to be filled short by oil, to be honest. It's up over $1.
Treasury Secretary Bessant says effective immediately, the US is withdrawing from GCF.
Now, you can move your order down. Also, you could move your short order out of the way if you wanted to, and you can move your
Pound
long
has
order
confirmed
down
30
so you get an earlier
basis daily
fill. I'm
support of
just
the
saying
YM.
things you could do if you wanted to, right? Things you could do if you wanted to. Generally, I let this report, this trade. I generally let it trade. But oil's up $1, over $1. I don't want to be filled short. I'd rather not trade it than take a short fill. I would rather not trade it. But anytime I try to outthink the trade, it screws me up. Anytime I try to be cute. When we first were looking at this, I thought that we had a 3-minute limit.
Order submitted.
And then we didn't. We just wait. Pretty much, Francis, you just wait and let it fill. Now, I'm not crazy about being short. I've said that. I'm just not crazy about being short. I would probably reduce my risk today. I mean, the stop is in a decent place. It's above the high, right? But do you really want to reduce your risk? You could put your stop at 15. Our old stop would be around here, right above the range. Right above the range. I'm finding it hard to believe that we're going to go short on this. This might have been a day to take things into your own hand. What do you mean, can you target VWAP and YM? You can move you can create a custom magnet. You can create a custom magnet at the level of the YM. So the answer is you can target any price by using custom level instead of high of day, low of day. Now, there is a signal, and the reason for that is because it came within 3 ticks of the low. It came within 3 ticks of the low, which creates a valid signal to go long after. Now, oil, it's trying to push down a little bit. The YM is just not cooperating. It's just not cooperating. Now our stop was 65. Right now our stop is way less than that to reduce risk. I'll show you, RD. I'll show you. I want to watch these trades. So let's watch the YM and then I'll show you. What you would do is you would choose custom level on the magnet, and I would type in 49,131 as my price. 49,131. That will be the order entry line, and then you can move that line down, say to 49,115 for argument's sake. Choose long only. That's how you would do it. That's how you would do it. You would use custom level. You could just type in the level you want to enter the trade. You could type in 49,110 and it'll put an order at 49,110. And then you could move that order a little closer if you'd rather be a little closer. That's the way to do it, RD. Okay? Yeah, that's what I'm explaining. Right. So you would choose custom level, you'd put on a new magnet, put on a magnet, you would choose custom level, and your custom level would be the level you want your order entry to be at. So if, let's say it's 49,110, so you type in 49,110. That's where your order line is going to appear. How many contracts, position size, target, I might, use a target of 15 or 20 ticks, stop. That's pretty much all you have to type in. You can enable it, right? After you enable it, now I'm not going to enable it, it's going to make my chart too crazy. But then you'll have an order at that 49,110 area, a heavy line that represents the order. And when price gets to that area, it'll fill you. And this oil trade is doing exactly what I was worried. Darn. Now our stop was 3 ticks above the high. It was 21 before I moved it. I'm going to make it work. How is this account if I lose this? This account is still over 51,000, but it's struggling this week. Not happy. Not happy at all. Should have outthought it and not let it fill short. I'm sorry. We had a $40 profit for about 30 seconds there. I'm definitely worried about this oil trade. And we now have to start thinking about the MNQ for the market open. So I'll probably shrink my oil chart like we always do. Now the YM, I do think the YM is going to make that new
Order
low.
filled.
So we got our first target on the YM. I'd move my stop to safety and expand this target a tiny bit. Or, do you want to just get out of the trade with a profit? Move your target.
Order filled.
All right, so we got out of the YM with couple of hundred, like $120 profit. So the YM magnet is over. Put it back on, turn it off in the new version, and now we have our signal system working. Signal system. Oil, if oil gives me a small profit, I might combine my orders and just get out. I don't want to be short. Oil seems to really be struggling short. I don't know. I just, it failed to go up. It tried. I just don't trust oil to move short. That's the problem. I don't think it's going to move short. There's too much upward pressure. It's up over $1 today. There's our signal on the YM. Your stop is below the low, right? Your stop's below the low. If you're going to take it, that's a signal to go long on the YM. Now, the problem is you're before the open. The other thing you can do on the YM is just watch a little bit, and we could set up another market open trade in a few minutes. Let's let the YM trade a little bit. Let the price move a little bit, and we'll see. All right? We can see. We need our MNQ chart for the open. So I'm going to shrink my oil chart. We can watch oil just fine. We need an MNQ chart. So I will duplicate my YM chart by putting my cursor bottom left of the YM chart, right clicking in the YM 326 area, duplicate new window. I don't know why it does it the way it did it there. I don't even want to think about why it did that. Makes no sense. But we now have a duplicate chart. MNQ, I'm going to change it to MNQ. Put it in our put it on sim for a minute. MNQ reverse continuation is our first setup. Reverse continuation. Couple of contracts. Target of 40. Stop of 75. It's a discretionary scalp. We have our MNQ market open account. I'm leaving it in sim for a minute. Label it MNQ reverse continue. That's our first setup for the MNQ chart.
After incorporating US economic data releases that were delayed because of government shutdown late last year.
I'm very tempted just to exit this oil trade. We should have exited flat. It ain't going short. I'm combining both the orders manually.
Federal Reserve to cut rates twice.
All right.
In the first half of 2026, taking Fed funds rate up a band to 3.25%.
I'm preparing to exit this oil trade early. All right, MNQ, if it gives us a chance. If it gives us the chance. So we have our MNQ scalp, right? Our reverse continue. Then we have our market open template. Markets are a little bit bearish this morning, and the world's not ending yet. People are being shot dead in the street, but that's okay. No one's upset about that, it seems. Just keep shooting people dead. We're going to use a template. Load it. Load our MNQ new open. MNQ new open. Right click it and rename it today's date. Today is the 8th. Load it. Also saves it. 929.59 on the trigger. 40 bracket. Choose the amount of contracts you want to trade on the open. All right. Targets of 40 and 100 I'm using. break even -10 if it hits my first target today. See if I can stay in the trade longer. And my stop is 125. BE -10 instead of BE. See if it's been hitting our first target most days this week. And we're trading it, leaving it on sim because I'm going to set the time to 0 for a minute to check our brackets, the management of the brackets.
Order submitted.
And those brackets are good, very manageable to
Order
trade.
canceled.
Spread it a tiny bit wider. And now we'll go back and set up our account on both setups. Reverse continue. We're on account number 54 is the market open account for the MNQ. And then our breakout, same account, 54. Apply it, okay it, put chart trader on 54. So we're ready to trade the MNQ, turn them both on.
Order submitted.
Whoops. Don't
Order
forget to
canceled.
change the time back. Change the time back in the breakout trade. 9:29:59. Apply it and okay it. Now I can turn them both on and we're good. Now, what are we going to do with the YM? YM, I'm going to read. You want to trade the magnet, the VWAP. That's not a bad trade, really. A long trade to the VWAP. The only thing against it is the YM's pretty negative. It's down almost 200 points. That's the negative. The low of the day might be a better trade. Oh, shirt. I forgot about our 925 trade, Nitin. That's something I'm not used to thinking about. We've been seeing an NQ move at 925. I'm really not happy with oil. We should have gotten out. We had two opportunities to get out. We've noticed there's a nice move in the NQ, MNQ at 925, and we put that trade on yesterday, and I believe it hit our first target, if I remember correctly. We did that as a regular breakout, right? And didn't we just do it as a regular breakout? Oh, we did it as a range. I don't remember what the heck I did with that trade for 925. So I think we did a 30-second range. Oil's in trouble. Damn it. Darn it. It's my own fault. Range trade. Range end 9/24/59. Uh, let's trade a couple of contracts on both. Target. That oil trade's doomed. It's our own fault, my own fault. 20 on target 1, 40 on target 2. Stop 75 on this little range trade for a 925 range. Now, I know what I did yesterday. I did it in a different account. That's what I want to do. I don't have enough charts, you guys. I need 1,000,000 charts. The YM, I'm going to change my YM, get rid of my YM magnet for the moment, make this NQ0326, do a one contract range trade for that 925 open. One contract range trade for the 925 open. Range We're going to end the range at 9:24.59. One contract. We're going to go for 40 ticks with a 40 tick stop. Let's see what happens. 40 ticks. Look at oil. We're surviving still. 40 tick stop. If the market moves 30 ticks in my favor, I'm going to move the stop to 25 plus. I'm going to end the range at 925. Start the range at 924.30. Start the range at 924.30. One tick above, one tick below. All right, 924.30. So start the range 924.30. One tick above, one tick below. Show the range graphics on chart. End the range at 924.59. I'm just trading one position with a 40 tick target and a 40 tick stop. All right. If the market goes 30 ticks in my favor, I'm going to move my stop to plus 25, and I'm going to trade it in this prop account that I've been damaging. So I'm probably not going to do anything else with the YM because this looks interesting. And we're going to label this 925 breakout. All right. Label it 925 BRK. And we are in number 33. Apply it. Okay it. Here we go. All right. Let's see what happens. Oil. Expanding my target. I'm shrinking my stop. I think I want to get out of oil, you guys. I'm going to let it see if it hits my couple of ticks. Couple of ticks. Did I blow it again? Did I blow it again on oil? I'm definitely not going to let it go all the way back up there. If it just takes me out with a few ticks, I'll get out of oil. I just don't want to lose much money on it.
Order filled.
So I'm out of oil with a small loss. Small loss on oil. I think when the market opens, oil's going to go up quite a bit. It's a range, not a breakout. Roz, range, not a breakout on the 925 trade. Now, I believe I've just not done a good job managing oil this morning. Should not have allowed it to fill short, honest, in my opinion. But reducing potential damage. Oh, I labeled it 925. Yeah, my label's wrong. It's all right. My label's wrong, but it is a range. 925 is the key. There's our range. Now, see what I mean by range trade now? If you think you want your orders on the chart early, just press the range trade now button
Order
and
submitted.
it puts the orders on early. I don't want to go long on this. I want a short.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
And it filled me long anyway. All right. So I messed that trade up, you guys. I really messed that trade up. I'm going to probably exit it.
Order
I'm
filled.
going to exit it with a small profit because I screwed that trade up. Sorry. Sorry. It put extra orders on. I was moving it while it was filling. I really wanted a short entry on that. But the idea was we created a short range. A short range because there's a move at 925. We're seeing this move every morning at 925. I'm going to put my chart back to YM. YM. 0.326. YM tested the low again. So I'm just going to put a reverse continue on the YM. That's all. No time really to do anything else. Reverse continue. Couple of contracts. 50 tick target. 50 tick stop. Just a discretionary trade. Same prop account, trying to get some money back in that account. Label it YM, reverse continue. That's all I'm doing. We already made money on the YM, trading the magnet early. Make sure it's on 33, which it is. All right. So we're waiting now for our MNQ, and we're curiously watching oil. All right. Curiously watching oil. All right. Now, it would be interesting if oil goes down now and we get punished for managing the trade for, you know what, you know what I mean? We get punished for not letting the trade take care of itself. We get punished for interfering, if you know what I mean. The YM, um, we did not have enough faith in the downside. We didn't have enough faith in the downside. You can target the VWAP with a magnet. I don't have enough time. If I'm going to set up a YM magnet to target the VWAP, you would do it with a custom level. So I would put in 49,110 as the custom level. This is how you would do it. Position size 1 is a 1. And I might put in, leave everything default. Just change the stop to 35. Choose your account. And now you have a YM magnet for the VWAP. Because watch what's going to happen when you turn that trade on. Watch what happens. Turn it on. Now, wait a minute. Where is my order line?
Remaining for the market on open.
There should be, oh, new version. I have to target the VWAP. Custom level, target VWAP. All right. 49,110. There's my line. Oh, I see what the programmer did, something crazy. I see what he did. All right, I'm targeting the VWAP. All right. That's how it's going to work. That's how it's going to work. That's how you do it. I don't think targeting the VWAP is going to work this morning.
10
It's too
seconds.
negative. Too negative. Here comes the market open. I don't want a YM magnet at the moment.
Order submitted.
Here's our MNQ open.
Order
Market
submitted.
info on open imbalance. S&P 500 sell side.
Not
46
sure I
million,
want it along,
Nasdaq 100 8 million. Dow 30.
but that's what
sell
we're
side,
getting.
37 million. Mag 7 buy side 8 million.
This worries me. Definitely worried. I think this is not going to work this morning. Oh, I can't take it this morning. This has just been a week of really difficult trades. Really difficult.
Order filled.
Just nonstop difficult trades.
Order submitted.
I think we're going short on this stop above the VWAP. I think there's a possibility of a test of the low. Look at the YM. Maybe I'm wrong about that VWAP test. I was totally wrong about the VWAP test. Is that crazy? Look what the YM did. Look what the YM did. And the NQ, the NQ is just not
After
cooperating the way I want it
last
to.
1.8%. Shares of US defense companies jump after Trump calls for 1.5 trillion military budget in
I'm
2020.
amazed that the YM,
Martin up 6.8%.
good call, RD, on that. Really good call. Went right to the VWAP. Right to the VWAP. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
Ford shares up 1.3% after Piper Sandler.
Now, my
calls for weight
MNQ,
neutral.
I'm thinking our stops are just too darn small. Too small
General shares.
on that
General
open,
Motors shares up
on the
1.4%
open stops.
after Piper Sandler raises to overweight from neutral.
Oil did exactly what I thought it would do at the open. It went up. So I'm not sorry we reduced our oil exposure on the trade. But I can't believe that this MNQ is not going to go test the low. The problem is we're in between the high, we're in between the low. Calvin, I can't take it when that happens. I can't take it. It makes me totally nuts. Oil making a new high. I don't want to be in this MNQ. It's not going to do what I thought it was going to do. I don't think. So if it goes down a little bit, I'll get out and just bite the bullet on the open.
Order filled.
All right, so we made some of our MNQ back. Maybe it is going to test the low. It's a funded account. I'm down $58, not the end of the world. But I'm not feeling a lot of faith in that test of the low. Do I want to do it one more time? I don't know. Look at the signals, very, very strong to the downside. But it is chopping. It is chopping. I think it's stronger to the low than it is
Order
to the
submitted.
high. It's stronger to the low than it is to the high. I'll take another
Order
scalp.
filled.
Another scalp. Another scalp. Yeah, that Swiss CPI was a horrible move this morning. It was terrible. Look at the VWAP. That was crazy. YM went right to the VWAP. I did not expect that at all. Did not expect that at all. That was crazy. And the MNQ is going to test that low, obviously, right? Do you take one more scalp? One more scalp? I'm only down 18 bucks now in that account. Down 18, but
S&P
it's pretty
500
frustrating because I
aerospace
was
defense
up
sub-index hits record high, last up 3%.
140 on gold. So the market open, I traded extra contracts this morning on the open. If you think it's going to test the low, you can still get in. The signal is really oversold, right? You got volume, but it's pretty oversold. It's pretty oversold. Now we do have a natural gas report at 10. Natural gas at 10. I don't think I'm going to scalp the MNQ again. I don't think I'm scalping it again. My account, my funded account, it's hard not to, but that price action is looking a little bullish. It's not getting bullish signals yet, but it looks bullish to me. Signals are not bullish. Now it's not bullish. Now I'm just watching. Look at oil though. Oil, hopefully you got out of oil before it stopped you out. There was an opportunity for small profit. It was an oil morning that for the second time this week, interfering with the trade would have worked, right? We don't like to do that. Normally, I don't like to interfere with trades. But, all right, YouTube, thank you for watching.
The CPO
Hundreds and
was
hundreds
declared
of you out there
in
watching us on
3
YouTube.
times
Thanks for
faster
joining
Nasdaq
us.
points.
I will stream the jobs report tomorrow morning. So we will stream the jobs report tomorrow morning. Thanks for joining us on YouTube, and we'll see you tomorrow.